Scandals ridicule Sussex. Meghan and Harry plead to go to Kevin Costner's function. Good day to all of you. Kate Middleton and the Queen Channel send a hearty welcome back. The rogue pair has been pictured with many famous people from Hollywood, but these latest images reveal more than what first meets the eye. Could someone kindly explain to me what the hell was going on with that coat and some breaking news over the weekend that coincidentally did not overshadow the situation in Ukraine or the engagement of Brian Austin Green? Harry and Meghan appeared at their very first U.S. charity fundraiser as guests. Meghan and Harry showed up for an event called 1805 Live hosted by Bodyguard star and current celebrity divorce participant Kevin Costner, and it was held his $225 million Santa Barbara estate. In the photos you can see that Harry is wearing all black, and Meghan was wearing the strangest thing I believe I have ever seen. It was not a cold day, but anyway Meghan decided she needed to wear a very confusing poncho short sleeve coat kind of thing. I don't even know how to describe it. So what is going on with Meghan Markle? Why is she always showing up on pretty warm days wearing these big winter coats? But anyway, there is a more interesting story that we have got to talk about, and this is a story about power, success and money thanks to the new photos of Harry and Meghan at that event. Specifically what I'm talking about is that it has become clear that in their new fishbowl of Hollywood, Meghan and Harry are in fact very, very small fish. Let's think about the photos that showed up on social media of them posing with Oprah and Katy Perry's parents and Ellen and her wife Portia and also Kevin Costner. And each and every one of these photos of the celebrities photographed Harry and Meghan are definitely the least rich of all these big names. Speaking of numbers, let's do so. According to reports, Oprah is estimated to be worth over $4.3 billion, Ellen and Portia at roughly $590 million, and Katy Perry at approximately $527 million. These are among of the wealthiest American women who created their own way in life, according to Forbes, who also values Costner at over $620 million. I mean, we're talking big money indeed. Let's think about the fact that this event was held on the Yellowstone star's personal polo field. I mean, who has their own polo field? Well, Harry's also a big fan of polo. Does he have his own polo field? No. What about his own polo ponies? Well, actually we don't even know if he was playing on polos that he owned himself when a member of the Los Padres polo team last year. The fact is, even after Meghan and Harry have sold their souls to the devil in Hollywood, they are still only worth a small fraction of what their buddies are worth. Oh yeah, and I know there are more ways to measure success than just by looking at bank account numbers, but as Meghan and Harry are finishing out what are probably going to be their most lucrative years, even now they're not even close to playing in the same ballpark as Costner and other people like that. Alright, so exactly how much money have Meghan and Harry made since they hightailed it to California? We're gonna do some calculating. Meghan and Harry reportedly paid almost half of the transaction worth for their Netflix deal, according to The Sun. This means that they likely deposited about $76 million into their bank accounts, with Harry reportedly receiving an additional $31 million as spare money. We don't know exactly how much they got of the approximately $30 million of Spotify had originally promised them before they cut ties in June of this year, but even if we assumed they were paid the full amount promised by Spotify, which seems very unlikely, that would put the total at somewhere around $137 million, but that's even before tax and their production and staff costs. Well, it's not bad for a couple of people whose CVS are not all that impressive, but it's basically pocket money when you compare it to Ellen and their other neighbors. Now, to be fair, this is about $137 million more than what I have in my account, but anyway, the thing that should be bothering Meghan and Harry's accountant is that this figure cannot be assumed to be the starting point of their law careers. Instead, it most likely is the very pinnacle of their earning power. Most likely things are going to get worse from here on out. The money that Harry and Meghan have made recently could be basically it for them, and it could have to keep them going for years, if not decades. Both the Daily Mail and The Sun have claimed that Netflix will not renew their contract when it expires, and all the while they're going to have to pay their own security costs. They're going to have to completely support themselves. Most importantly, the problem that Harry and Meghan are facing is the people like Ellen and Oprah and Kevin Costner and Katy Perry can all brag that they have established careers and they are proven successes. But we cannot say the same for those two. At best, they have dominated the cultural and political conversation at certain points in time thanks to their royal revelations and the questions they have raised about the monarchy, the media, and also power. But could we consider Meghan and Harry to be successful in the entertainment business? Absolutely not. Are corporations lining up to get them on their books? Not one more of the 3 Netflix programs that Meghan and Harry have created or assisted in. As far as audience performance goes, Harry and Meghan, the protagonist and heart of Invictus 2, have been utter failures. They didn't even make it into the top 10. From Meghan and Harry's position, it appears that we can infer a few things. No matter the weather, Meghan is always up for a code, and people aren't too interested in what the two of them have to say until they know that they're going to dish the royal dirt. What Meghan and Harry have to say about leadership, gender injustice, the environment, or emotional trauma is obviously of no interest to anyone. Harry and Meghan are attempting to socialize with individuals whose careers and wealth are much beyond their own these days. All these are tales of self-made prosperity, after all. Their regal titles and familial ties to King Charles will always make them unique, but what have they accomplished independently since their escape from London? While it's little compared to the fortunes of Oprah, Ellen, and Katy Perry, who have never developed an empire, sold out an arena, or made billions of dollars, perhaps there is still hope for them. It's also worth noting that Kevin Costner is represented by WME. Of course, Meghan uses the same talent agency as that, so maybe with WME's assistance in the future, Meghan will be able to purchase a polo pitch for Harry, or maybe not. Looking at some of the comments, it appears that everyone loves Prince William as much as I do. Baby GT says Prince William is the best man out there, and Princess Catherine is a very lucky lady to be married to him. Crybaby cannot stand up to Prince William. Speaking of Meghan and Harry's problems in the US, earlier I reported on Prince William's huge win in the war against Harry in the US. Lois agrees, stating no, but Crybaby and his accomplice are really cunning and dishonest. They've threatened me, so I worry, but Meghan Markle has a loud mouth. She's scared everyone, but not me. Then, I don't worry about their threats.